I'm going to be doing a documentary or more of an ad on the history of Welsh castles. It's going to be more so for people that are tourists or that have just come into Wales from like a different country to learn about the culture and sort of like the people that used to live in Wales.
Good. We obviously chatted earlier when you lot were on break and come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
You may be better off not going a documentary route.
Yeah.
Documentaries quite often contain experts, so you may need a historian to interview. They may not work quite as well if it's just they can, but if it's just narration over the top of footage. So if you again, and that would be for the higher grades almost, if you can get someone, a historian on Castle 1, Castle 2, Castle 3, and then what castle, it's a lot of it now I think is over to comfort zone, if you like. So what castles are you willing to visit? So you're going to go up to Cardiff Castle, Castle Cork, which is not actually a real castle, but and then are you going to find kind of experts possibly as well? Or it becomes a Welcome to Wales, which we've had some good ones in the past, a Welcome to Wales kind of promotional.
Yeah, I think I would be going towards that route.
Yeah.
And I would go across like multiple castles across like the whole of Wales.
Yeah,
really.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're going for this kind of cinematic thing. So I can imagine, again, comfort zone, but you get to one, at least one, but quite early. And you set up with a nice angle, and it's almost done in time lapse. Do you see what I mean? So say the sun's coming up behind it or something, you've got this really nice shot. My background's photography, and I always worked on this, and in some ways what you're doing is not photography, but they need to be almost like, they need to look good, those shots, to make people want to go. And I'd always have something with photography, is that you need to show someone something in a way they're not used to seeing it. Okay? Slow motion's a good example. Right? Any of you've watched like the slow-mo guys?
Yeah.
Well, why? Right? Because all they're doing, they've got something on a table that probably explodes.
Yeah.
Right? Why is that interesting? Particularly in that it could potentially be interesting if it's filmed at normal speed, but it's really interesting because we get, wow, I don't see things like that. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Photographs that we like, it's because the lighting. So if you, not that you would, but if you went and filmed this castle straight on, you're a castle for 10 minutes, right? Well, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I set up the camera here and I film it panning downwards like that. This time of day, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I see that all the time. I can see that with my eyes.
Yeah.
Whereas you set up what we call the golden hours. Anyone know the golden hours? Kind of when we've got that golden light, if you like. So that's dawn and dusk, and you're time lapsing. And this would be amazing because this is getting your comfort zone, giving you loads of stuff to research. Our gimbals will do time lapse while moving slowly. So imagine you've got this gimbal set up somehow, and the clouds are moving and the camera's just going like that. Give me 2 secs. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So they would look amazing. There's loads of stuff. You've got Are You Simple on the wall. Well, the simple bit is all I need to learn really is the gimbal.
Yeah.
And time lapse, and then working out times of day.
Because every video I've looked at for inspiration has got drone footage.
Yes, okay.
So that's something to think about as well.
Yeah. So can we get drone footage? there's a lot. You want to speak to Chris Jones on that one because he's
Yeah.
our drone expert, if you like. And then even words then. So whether it's the drone or whether it's the gimbal or time lapse, you can do time lapse with the gimbal as well. But then maybe you do a little bit of work in After Effects where the word appears. So like the word moves with the camera or something. So it's like Cardiff Castle, boom, or it gets hidden from. We make it look nice. So I think there's a lot of legs in that. I think if you go in for landscapey stuff in the sense of castles, it may be better off to go a welcome to Wales Castle edition or something.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a promotional piece rather than a documentary piece. Okay, anything to add?
Yeah, are you considering going to different castles?
Yes,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
Multiple, yeah.
Is that what you said? No, because
Yeah, no, sir.
You were a
Go on.
castle, wasn't you?
Right,
You
well,
were a castle.
You
Will you
were
be
a-
using any like actual Welsh speaker by any chance?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a
Oh,
voiceover.
it's up there, yeah.
How come you chose to do like Welsh culture?
Yeah, well, I was gonna do like something to do with Wales anyway, because obviously I didn't want to travel quite far with the time frame that we've got. But I'm quite fascinated about like the history of, it doesn't matter whether it's castles or like abandoned buildings
Yeah,
anyway. So
yeah.
it's between the two, and then I thought, well, the safer option is castles.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.